That might be one of the easiest questions I've ever gotten, actually. That's a pretty easy one. I would say absolutely we would always be for physical activity. The advantages of kids who are physically active and the impact of that on a healthy life and the impact of that in their academics, the impact of that just for the longevity of their life for no other reason. It's going to be a huge thing for them. So absolutely, I would say I'm for it. I think those are all things that we would all want to have happen versus the opposite would be true. I think for all of us, particularly with young, teenage area and that range, at least an hour a day, but hopefully it's even more than that. And I think what it does is, I think in those teenage years, for many kids, because they're just physically active in what they do, they play sports or they are running around in their neighborhood or whatever it might be, it all kind of comes naturally. They don't even think about that they're having to exercise and that sort of stuff. They don't think that, I need to go now work out even though I'm playing sports or whatever. But that sets that tone for when they get older, because when you get older and those same activities aren't there and now you're, sitting at a desk all day or you're not out and about, you're going to have to work a lot harder to do that. But if you get in that same routine and pattern, I would say at least an hour a day. I personally am a huge believer in it. I think there's all sorts of varying levels of it, but I think that having it required during the school day is just going to make that happen for kids. And even the kids who are very physically active outside the school day, their physical activity might look a little bit different during the school day. But I think the reality of it is it's a good thing. It gets the body going. It helps them academically in their classes. It's going to help them going through. There's certainly not going to be any detriment to it. I think the only possible detriment of physical activity is body overuse, and doing too much. And so I think there's got to be variety in that type of physical activity. But I'm a big proponent. I think that there needs to be more physical activity going on, and having a requirement for it during the school day would certainly help that.
And so I'm for physical activity in children because children don't need to be fat.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Same. With her.
It starts when you're young. So if you're fit when you're young, you're better off when you're older.
And you live longer.
Okay. Are you for or against physical activity in teenagers?
For.
Why?
Because I play sports and I think it's good to be healthy.
I am for it. Same.
Why?
Well, kids gotta stay fit. You can't help them keep them skinny. Same.
At least 2 hours.
2 hours is kind of a lot.
Okay, 1 to 2 hours.
So 1 hour. I mean, 2 hours. You can't over exercise.
All right. Do you think that physical activity should be required during the school day?
Yes, it should. That's all we should do
Play 60. 60.
Same.